Okay, moving on now to a very different story. The developments taking place right now in the Supreme Court, where you remember the Supreme Court, in particular a 5-judge constitution bench headed by the Chief Justice, is as we speak hearing a clutch of petitions seeking legal validation for same-sex marriage. Now, the Vishwa Hindu Parishad has put out a statement. They've said that they oppose the legalization of same-sex marriage, but more particularly they've said that they're highly disturbed with the tearing hurry with which the SC, that is the Supreme Court, has taken up the same-sex marriage issue. They've said that they should have consulted religious leaders first. They've also said that marriage is not just a union of two people, it's a union of two families, and it is celebrated like festivals. That's the entirety of what it is that the VHP spokespeople said. Now let's go over to our legal correspondent, Ananya Bhatnagar, to speak to us and bring us more context on this entire story. Ananya, we know already that a 5-judge constitution bench is in the process of hearing these arguments. It began on Tuesday, and I believe the court will actually resume its hearing on this matter today. Can you bring us more context to what it is that the VHP has said? Not entirely unexpected, but parts of what it said are quite sharp. Could you bring us more context?
Well, definitely the Vishwa Hindu Parishad has maintained its stand and has opposed the same-sex marriage, the legalization of the same-sex marriages. Remember that yesterday, the Council of India too had actually issued a resolution wherein it had said that, the issue of same-sex marriages shall be dealt with by the legislature because it's a complex issue and requires a lot of study of a lot of personal laws. Apart from that, what is very, very important to note at this point of time is that the VHP has said that, in India, where marriages are not just something that is a union between the two people, it is a union between two families and is celebrated like a festival in the country. And that's the reason why, in fact, they are opposing the same. They say that it is against the socio-legal culture of the country, and that's the reason why, in fact, opposition to it has come. Now, the hearing in the same-sex matter would actually would not be able to convene this week because many judges on the bench are actually down with the COVID-19 pandemic and hence not available for hearing, and that's the reason why, in fact, the hearing might not take place for the next few days. Okay,
if you could, Ananya, though, bring us more context to much of the drama that has surrounded these hearings in the last few days.
Well, much of a drama, in fact, has unfolded in this particular hearing. We've seen how comments have come from various, stakeholders, whether it's the parties on the bench, on the bar, or whether it's